What's up, guys? It's me, Doc, from SampleKings.com. I want to thank a lot of you people for actually watching our videos and helping us to grow the channel. But currently, we are realizing that we need to have more members, as YouTube tells us. In order to do this, I want to implore you to take the time to hit the subscribe button. So please, subscribe.
The first thing I want to do here is I'd like to load up the MPC software and make sure our audio outputs are correct and get ready to load in the song we're going to use for the project. Now I'm going to open up my track. So I've got the file here. Let's go to File and load a recents, and there it is right there. We'll pull this one up. And once it loads in here, I want to make sure I have the outputs for each pad goes to a separate track. So what I got to do here is make sure those pads are correct, the outputs are right, and they go to the pad. So for example, I come hit the first pad. That first pad goes to the kick drum right there, which is really cool. The next pad I got here, you can't hear that. Now what's going on here is that you'll skip this first one. This is track one, going to the track output, actually going to the master output in a sense, but through the track. Here, this has gone to 3, 4. Pad 4, pad 3 pad is going to 5, 6, and 4 is going to 7, 8. And all these pads go to separate stereo outputs. And here on the last pad 16 is 31, 32. So I'm making sure when we get inside of Luna that I'll be able to route these signals off to separate tracks. Before you start working with Luna, you've got to close the MPC software. Let's make sure this is closed down. And then we're going to pull up Luna. Let's go to quit MPC3 and I'll save. Now, once we're open here, I want to bring in the MPC as an instrument. So I'm going to go up here to the top menu here for track, and I'll select new instrument track. That's gone. And so now I'm going to click on here and we get a choice. So I'm going to go here where it says MPC Professional. We're going to select MPC VST. I'm going to tap on this one. Great. Now it's open. I'm ready to go. So the first thing is to see I've got a pretty big here. You can do everything you normally can do within the MPC software pretty easily. So first thing I want to do is like to get my project in here. I'll come to here, right here on the left side. I'm going to open up projects, right? So I'm going to load recent. I'll load my recent project in here. I'll call this multi out. See everything from the top, perfect. Here's the project. Now we want to actually play it back, see what it sounds like, right? So first I want to get my tempo correct. I'm going to go to here. My tempo should be 95. Great. And we're going to play it back. Okay, so it's playing by itself, not all the tracks. Now, what I'm going to do next is make sure I get all these tracks lined up for outputs. I'll come to here. I have these multi-output mixer. So I can come to here and bring every track in. So the first one's 1 and 2. I'll press here the plus button. That's 3, 4. I'll press add. And I keep adding. You'll see keep changing here now at 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, and 31, 32. So each of these tracks are stereo. So we have 16 tracks. Now I'm going to press play. Got the tracks going on here. Obviously, they're all running here. You can see the little green lights here. Now, I'm going to close this window out, actually. See here, once I added the tracks in, it added them all here inside the system. Everyone's been added here inside of the Luna software. You see that's multi right there. I can also come here and change the names if I want to. Right? I put space here. Space in. Man. You change your names. You can also do it inside the software right here for the MPC. I want to say they all say MPC tragedy, so they're getting the outputs directly from there. It's like a loaded part in. I can come in and change the names here too as well. Right? So it's pretty easy to do. Now, once I got my parts going on, I prefer to probably get these outputs to be just perfect and get all their levels right. So sometimes I'll just come to here and check my levels. Okay, it seems like it's pretty cool. So what I want to do next, as long as I have my level set up, I'm pretty sure on that, I will come down to here. I'll press, I'm gonna go to here. I'm gonna turn off these extensions here because sometimes this gets in the way because some extensions have different bit depths. I'm not too sure. Great, got some sounds here. Oops. Okay, great. So I got this track going on here. It's only like 8 bars, just looping. So what I want to do here, I'm gonna go back in here and go to my tracks here. Perfect. I want to select an area I want to loop. No more than 8 bars probably. You want to get from the beginning, I want to get about 8 bars. All right. Back to the console here. And the mixed log going to be here. I'm going to go to here, press this one in, and select these tracks up to here. Perfect. Now they're all selected. Now the next thing to do is I want to make sure I've got these as files. I'm not going to record them to a track. I'm going to record them as files and put them in a folder, then drag the files into the software. So if you want to go over to here, we go to export these files out. I want to export only selected tracks. I get here, got my selected tracks. I want to make sure I got my WAV files, what the bit depth will be. We also have here 32-bit float. This way there's no aliasing to make those little pops and clicks. We don't want that at all. And the tracks that were selected, you'll see right here. Now next, I want to make sure we bypass any effects. If there were any effects in there, of course, that's good. And I got a folder what's in the save to. Come to here, save to. And I got a folder here on this David too. So it's a folder here. I got a pack. I think I'm gonna save it to my desktop. It's like, let's show you what's going on. So I'll go to here. And I want to find my desktop in here. Actually, let's go down, scroll down here to the bottom. There it is right here. My desktop. Perfect. I'll make a brand new folder. I'll call it test. This is good. Test 2. Perfect. I already had a folder called test already. There's test right there. Test 2 is that one right there. I throw this in trash. Good. Now, open that up. Perfect. It's going to save it there. You see it says right there. Now, all I want to do next is start to record this track. And so since I already have this section here, they're all lined up now with this one element, where I actually just dragged across here. It will now record everything, but put them all in a folder. It's going to be just the 8 bars. Because you see I have 8 bars selected here. Now, the reason why I do this is because normally if I'm going to put a track in, you'd normally have some tracks record array. But in this case, there's nothing recorded. So we're going to put this in here. And this way, when I actually show the software like that specific length designated inside of the track, it will record those files. So next, we got to go to our next thing here. File, export, selected tracks. Now, bypass is selected right there. Our test 2 is right there for the folder. And now I'll just press this button right here and starting to record them. Gives you everything right here. It's my template and the seconds. And it'll stop. There, and it shows me the folder where everything's at. All these files are right here in the folder. Let's drag down a little bit more. There they go. on the files that hit all the same length. So now I got these files, I can make this even easier. I'll go to on the side of this right here, perfect. And here I've got the very first track right here, it's in the system. I can come to here, get all those files. Oops. I'll drag this over here. Doesn't want to go. I'm not going to worry about that. What I'll do is I'll sort of drag this end here, Living Lorraine. Great. And now I want to pull over here. Perfect. And now I'm going to click on here and drag them in. So I'm going to click on this. And drag them in. Get them right here and give it to the very beginning, right there. And let go. And now it's made all the files up. All the files are right here. It's brought them all in, which is kind of cool. And now I've got them in tracks. So I can go back to here, go to here, and they'll appear here on all these tracks. Now the next thing I want to do, if I play it back, but first I want to make sure the actual software is off. So as my computer starts to tell me some things right there. Great. I'm going to make sure that the MPC is off here, so I'm going to mute it. Good. And all those tracks are muted. Now I go back to the top. They're all there. They're playing back from here as tracks. Too loud here. Let me see all the tracks are playing right there. And that's how you can use your MPC software inside of Luna 2.04, I believe. And it's pretty easy to do using the application. It comes actually with the download of 3.9.1 in the new MPC update. Any questions, hit me below. Leave a comment down there as well. And of course, we do lessons if you need lessons as well. We are Sample Kings. I'll see you in the next lesson or the next video.